What's going on, everybody? January 20th, 2022, over on the East Coast. We have 5 minutes till the closing bell here. It is 3:55 p.m. Taking a look at Tesla and the NASDAQ. We have a reversal today, a pretty strong one, that is. We were in the green. Tesla was up about $40 around noon today. The NASDAQ was up a couple hundred. The overall market was up a couple hundred. And as you can tell from my screen, this is a chart of Tesla. We are down in the red. Looks like we are down. We are not down much at the moment. We're basically flat right now for Tesla, but we are in the red, and we are well off the top today, which was 1,041.66. So before we jump too deep here in the Tesla, I want to take a look over at the NASDAQ futures. Here is the NASDAQ futures. We are below the 200-day moving average, which is red on my screen right there. That is some orders getting filled over on my trading platform. Right now, the NASDAQ is sitting down 132. This is actually slightly delayed. We should be down around 200. I just checked a second ago. We are another day here confirming some bearish action for the NASDAQ futures. We are also below the 200-day. We will see how this plays out. I had mentioned in a prior video that, let's see here, this trading range for the NASDAQ, we were stuck in, similar to what you'll see with Tesla. We undercut this low here, which was on January 10th, and that kind of gave us some concerns and perhaps some bearish territory to come. As you can tell, we have broken down below that as of yesterday, and today confirms some even more bearish price action. Not the greatest signs to see when we were up big on the day and then closed, reversed hard, and looks like we're going to close on the bottom tick for the day. So we will see what tomorrow brings for the NASDAQ. Fridays are typically bullish days, but today is not very pretty and not off to a good end here. All right, over to Tesla. Tesla back down below 1,000. Looks like we're at 997. Market's about to close here in about 2 minutes. Similar scenario as yesterday. I had mentioned until we can break out of this range here, shown with this box, we will continue to whipsaw up and down until we can break out of this, what essentially is a giant basing structure on my screen. We have the low right there on December 21st, and it looks like we have a high back over here put on November 4th. So we have the gap between December 21st, December 22nd. If we undercut this low here on January 10th, then we're heading to this gap. If we don't stop at that gap, then we're heading to this low, and that is 886.12. Until one of those two scenarios play out, whether it's this low here on January 10th, if that gets undercut, and it's this gap over here between December 21st and 22nd. So we have that low, we have the gap, and then we have the low here. That's what I see on the downside. We either undercut this low and reverse, and if we don't reverse, it's off to the gap. If we don't reverse there, it's to this low here, which is 886.12. And there's the closing bell for the stock market. So undercutting this low here of 886 puts us back into some pretty negative bearish territory and off to the 200-day. So that's what I see. Everything in between all of that is just choppiness price action, but look for this low to hold at January 10th. If that fails, which right now it looks like it's going to fail, but it hasn't yet. Some important words, it has not yet. We are off to this gap. I mentioned in prior videos, this gap, it would be good to go fill this gap sooner than later, because if the price goes higher and leaves that gap open, at some point that gap will get filled. So since we are so close, we might as well go fill this in the $800 to $900 range. So to the upside, this high here on January 4th, it'd be nice to get above that. That would give us some more confirmation for higher prices to come, perhaps back up into an uptrend. So everything in between those highs and those lows is nothing but choppy price action and nothing to be too concerned about. Most people are probably long Tesla from much lower prices. But if you're not, you're probably shaking in your boots a bit as the price reversed today, up 40 to looks like we're going to close basically flat. And we are post market here at 995. So basically where we closed yesterday we closed the day at 996. And let's see, yesterday's close was 995. Today's close was 996. So we are unchanged from yesterday, although we had some very large intraday price action. The 21-day, which is in blue on my screen, is actually trending up, which is pretty interesting. The 50-day is heading south, and the 200-day in red is still slightly trending up. So what can you look for tomorrow? Well, you can look for the low right here on January 10th. That's an area to keep an eye on. Below that, you have the gap between December 21st, December 22nd. Below that, you have the low of December 21st. If Tesla skyrockets from here and you get above this high here on, let's say, January 13th, that's an area to keep an eye on. And then above that, you have this high here, which is on January 4th. So you have two highs above the market to keep an eye on. You have one low, a gap, and then you have another low as well on December 21st. So anything in between here in this box is choppy, noisy price action. Set some alerts for the lows, the gap, the other low, the high on January 13th, and the high on January 4th, and step away from the screen. Anything in between, anything besides what I just mentioned is just noise, and I wouldn't spend too much time worrying about it. So over here, back to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is starting to head lower. It looks like we're down 196. As I had mentioned, this is probably delayed. My other platform, real time, we were down over 200 right before the bell closed. So we will see. As I mentioned, looks like we put in a lower high here on December 28th. Had a strong reversal off the top, November 22nd. Choppy to down price action. Tried to get back up to all-time highs. Printed a lower high on December 28th. And it's been down since then. And today, closing on the bottom tick. We will see. Fridays are typically bullish, but this is not what traders want to see, especially those who are long from up in this higher price action. So, all right, everybody, have a great evening. Keep an eye on the futures markets. They close at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They open back up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they will be trading throughout the night. and that'll give you a good indicator of where the markets will open tomorrow morning. Will they open lower? Will they open lower and head higher? Will they open higher and head lower? Right now, who knows? All I know is we are closing on the bottom tick, down 210 right now, according to TradingView. So, all right, everybody, keep your eye on Tesla post-market. Let's see if we gap down tomorrow or if we gap up. Fridays can be bullish, bullish, bullish. Time will tell. All right, everybody, have a great evening. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the like button if you found this video helpful or entertaining. Consider subscribing to this channel for more videos on futures, stocks, Tesla, Bitcoin, crypto, you name it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.